Hi everyone. Grab some water. I'm going to do a Pilates inspired abs class today. So it's going to be Pilates on the Swiss ball. But it's more really like an abdominal exercise, an abdominal session on the ball. So it's a short enough session today. A little bit of a warm up as we bounce. If you have some music, I have nothing to play some music in here. If you've got some music that you want to put on, and you can turn me down and just listen to the music. It's more fun if you're bouncing with some music. I've also got the little small ball. So this guy here, if you happen to have one, grab that as well. So the small ball, the Swiss ball, and also I have the Bosu, which I'll pull into the the camera a little bit better shot when I go to use it. I want to show you some work on the Bosu as well. That's the both sides used, or both sides up. Half ball, and if some of you might have got them when they were in Aldi, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and if you happen to have one, grab that out as well, and we'll get started. Have your water close by, make sure you're taking your sips. One of my goals today is to drink 2 liters of water. I've been slacking on the water a little bit. Okay guys, let's get started. So sit in onto your ball. Now if you have one of these Swiss balls at home and it's feeling a little bit soft, if some of the air has gone out of it, don't worry, it's no harm if it's soft. In fact, if it's very tautly blown up and very tight, it can sometimes jolt a little bit on your lower back. So have it where there's a little bit of give in it. Okay, hold the bounce for a second, and we're just going to tuck your tailbone under and send it back. So I want you to focus a little bit on your breathing, on your breath. So like we do in the mat work, the lunchtime classes that we've been having during the week, focus on your inhale. Think of your favorite smell. Imagine it's there in front of you, and breathe it in through your nose. So it's an inhale in and exhale out. So remember, you're inhaling in through your nose, and then let the breath out through your mouth by relaxing. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. Let your tongue drop to the bottom of your mouth. So let's try a few of those. Inhale as you tuck your tailbone under. Exhale as you push it back. So you're pushing your pubic bone forward as you tuck your tailbone under, and then you're pressing your tailbone back. Your lower back, your lumbar spine, should feel, you're activating it as you hollow into it, or you send your tailbone back, and then you're stretching it a little bit as you flex it and round forward. Listen to your body. If your back, for whatever reason, feels a little bit tight, or there's any sort of discomfort there doing this, just make the movement smaller. It's the same with most things that we do in these little lunchtime classes. It's about modifying it for you and listening to your body. Because I'm not there with you and you can't ask me questions, although send me a message after the class or even during the class, and I'll answer them all later on today. Okay, one more of these. Tuck under, send it back, and then about halfway between the two, you feel like your sitting bones, the bones in your bottom, pressing down into the ball, and your tailbone is going down that way as well, and then do a side to side. So one side over to the other. One side and side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring that into a circle. So these are quite nice because you really feel the movement of your pelvis as you're sitting on the ball, and because the ball is a ball full of air and it feels nice, you can move that a little bit more freer. Above the waist, so from the kind of ribs up, we're trying to keep pretty much stable. So you're lengthening up to the tips of your ears and the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Just reverse that circle, and then you're moving from your waist down. So the shoulders, the head stay quiet, and you're moving through the hips. And one more this way. Bring it back center and hold. Sitting tall, lengthen up through your spine, elongate your spine, lift up out of your waist and bounce. So we're bouncing, we're controlling the bounce. The ball isn't bouncing me, I'm controlling it. And that control, that feeling of being able to slow down or speed up is coming from here. It's coming from your center. So go back to your usual Pilates breathing, sending your breath wide into the back and the sides of your rib cage. Engage your navel to your spine, Contract your abdominals, make your waist smaller, cinch in your waist as you're exhaling. Okay, inhaling. And feel yourself lengthen up through the tips of your ears and the crown of your head as you breathe out. Let's add a bit of movement. Reach your arms up. So you're reaching your arms forward, lengthen out through your fingertips. Door frame arms. We use that description a lot in Pilates. It's where your elbows feel pretty much straight, not locked out, but just straight. And the arm position is a little bit wider than shoulder width. Reaching through with your fingertips. Control your bounce. Don't let the ball bounce you. Pushing through your feet. I forgot to mention at the beginning, watch your foot position. It's quite important as it is always, even when we're doing other forms of Pilates, to have an awareness of where your feet are. So you're looking down at your knees are pretty much directly over your ankles. Your toes are facing forward. If you decide to bring your feet out into an external rotation, make sure your knees go as well and you haven't got kind of this knock-kneed look going on. Feet are out in front of the ball as well. So they're not back here. And they're even. Okay, and relax your toes. Okay, enough of those with the arms. Come up towards the top of the wall in front of you. Reaching up. 4 more. 3, 2, and switch the arms. Single arms, reach. Slow inhale in. So we're not breathing to the movement. We're breathing at your own pace. Slow inhale in. Make your waist smaller. Like you have a corset on or a big wide belt and you're tightening it in as you're breathing out. Okay, changing your arms again. This time it's like a shoulder press. You're going to push the ceiling away and lower it. So all the way up. A nice big arm movement. Get the heart rates up a little bit. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1 arm at a time. You can see why I mentioned about having some music on. I can't play music while I'm on Facebook on my phone, and it's the only source I have down here. So if you have something in the room that you can put on some music, turn me down and just switch on your music and follow my lead, follow my movements visually instead. 4, 3, 2, and then push it forward. So with this one, kind of waking up the upper back a little bit. Elbows come back, push your hands forward. Try and keep your shoulders away from your ears. So we're not hunch up, lengthen up, back of the neck long and looking straight ahead. 4, 3, 2, 1 arm at a time. What are you guys looking at? I told you if you've been watching the lunchtime classes during the week, I'm staring at my parents' sideboard or cupboard or whatever it is you put ornaments into. Probably should turn around and look out the garden. So what are you looking at? Looking out the window. 3, 2, and then bicep curl. Curl it up. Stretch and squeeze. 4 more. 3, 2, and then 1 arm at a time. It's kind of like a bicep curl type of movement. Basically with this arm stuff, we're really just trying to get your heart rate up a little bit, get the blood pumping, move in the joints, moving your shoulder, moving in your elbows, and then change that to a kickback. So your shoulders are sliding down. You're pushing the heel of your hands back towards the wall behind you. 4, 3, 2, and last one, and then 1 arm at a time. Press it back. 4, 3, 2. Long stride from your shoulders, lengthen out through your elbows. For 4 and 3. Last one. Lift up your elbows, bring them up to shoulder level. Lead with your elbows. So you notice my elbow at the top of the movement is very slightly higher than my wrist. So bringing them up just to shoulder level, squeezing down. 4, 3, 2, and then all the way up overhead. Reach. You could probably put 2 water bottles in your arms if you wanted to with these. It's just a little bit of extra resistance. or 2 tins of peas or something. I've seen all sorts of things on the internet these days. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down, shake it out. Good. Okay, and then slow down your bounce for 4, 3, 2, and hold. We're going to roll, curl your tailbone under again, and press it back. 2 more. And 1 more. Sit tall and side to side. 4, 2, 1, and circles. And reverse it. And then bring it back center and hold. Now we're going to stretch your back. So it's like a Pilates spine stretch. We're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Lift up out of your waist. Drop your chin towards your chest. Take a big deep breath wide into the back and the sides of your rib cage. Really scoop in the abdominals and round forward. Now once you get your hands down towards the floor, relax the shoulders. Head and neck relax as well. So you're letting them just hang forward. Hands on the floor or on your shins, wherever you can reach to. Take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, scoop your navel to your spine and push the floor away. Through your feet and through your hands. Release again on the inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. 1 more. Good. Hands come up onto your thighs, up onto your quadricep muscles here at the front of your thigh. Take a big deep breath in. Use your upper body to help you up. Push yourself up through your hands. And then slide your shoulders down and your head comes up last. Shake out with the arms and rotations. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that back center. Okay, we're going to bring your fingertips against your sternum, against your breastbone. Relax your shoulders down. Take a big deep breath in and exhale, rotate. Inhale, center, and exhale, turn. Now the whole idea of these is that you're staying elongated in your spine. So the crown of your head, the tips of your ears reach up towards the ceiling. Change your arm position into genie position. Shoulders relax, sliding down. Inhale here, exhale, turn. So you're wringing out your waist. You're squeezing in your waist as you're turning. You're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Bring it back center. Change your arm position up into goalpost. Elbows are pretty much up shoulder level. Fingertips pointing up to the ceiling. Inhale here. Make sure the ribs are sliding in. And cross. Center. And turn. Center. Look at eye level around the room. Bring your fingertips back behind your ears. Elbows stay wide. Take an inhale here. And cross. Center. And turn. Bring it back center. Forearms and elbows come parallel to the floor. Reach them out from your shoulders and all the way around. Center and turn. Center and cross. Bring it back center, lengthen out through your fingertips, reach them out, take a big deep breath in here, exhale all the way around. Inhale, center and turn. And turn. And then bring it back center and let them go. A little shake up into your shoulders. Shake, shake, shake. Bring your feet into probably about shoulder width apart. We're going to do a little bit of balance work here. So with this one, if you've done this in the class with me before, you're fine. If it's your first time doing a little bit of balance work on the ball, maybe come a little bit closer to the wall or something that you can hold on to while you test your balance. Also, the most important thing is to stay on the ball. So if you find when I'm moving through the arms and you're feeling a little bit wobbly, then keep your hands on the ball. Okay, keep yourself stable. Okay, so lift tall out of your waist. Your sitting bones are pressing down into the ball. You're reaching up through the tips of your ears and the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Hands are on the ball for the first one. Inhale wide into the back and sides of your rib cage as you lift one foot up. Exhale, lower it. Swap it over. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Find a spot on the wall or the window, whatever it is that you're looking at right now on your laptop. Find a spot and focus on that to help your balance. Listen to your body. Listen to how it's reacting. Do you feel that when you lift one foot, no problem, floats up? The other leg, you feel like you're all unstable. Work on that leg. Work on the side that feels less stable. Work on focusing on your alignment, elongating the spine. Focus on what's going on here in your center. Focus on keeping your shoulders sliding away from your ears. Activate the upper part of your body as well. Fold up and lower. Hip disassociation. You're keeping your pelvis and your torso and your core stable as you disassociate or lift and fold and flex at your hip joint. Okay, and then reach your arms forward. So this is where I'm talking about it can get a little bit, you haven't got your stabilizers now of the hands on the ball. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. So listen to your body, be careful. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And lower. Inhale, lift, and down. One more each way. And lower, and lift, and lower. Bring your arms up towards the wall in front of you. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. Activate the abdominals and lift and lower. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. And down. One more of these each side. And lower. Good. Relax your arms down. Give a little shoulder roll. Reverse it. And we're going to go opposite arm to leg. So, reach and swap. Four more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Relax it. Roll the shoulders again. Hands back on the ball, and we're going to go for one leg, one side at a time, one leg at a time. So hands on the ball, lift one of your feet up off the floor, extend in and out. Good. If you're comfortable with that, reach the arms forward. Elongate the spine. Stay lifting out of your waist up towards the top of the wall in front. And reach. And then hold out there. Breathe into that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Relax your shoulders again. Hands back on the ball. Other side this time. Lift up the foot. Get your alignment. Stabilize through the pelvis and the torso. Extend in and out. Good. And then reach forward with your arms. Reach and up towards the wall in front. 2 more. 1 more. Reach, hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it. Little shoulder roll again. And opposite arm to leg for reach and swap. Imagine you have a book or something on the top of your head and you're keeping that completely still as you move through your limbs. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Relax it. Roll the shoulders. Bring your feet in a little bit closer, so they're now more like almost narrower than even hip distance apart. Lift up tall out of your waist, squeeze up with your shoulders and let them go. Big squeeze and release. 2 more, squeeze up and drop, and 1 more and drop. One shoulder at a time, lift, relax it. Other side, lift and release. Lift and release. Shake out with your hands, up along your forearms, up over your elbows, up into your shoulders, upper back, shake, shake, shake. Relax them, round forward, open back. Stretch your shoulder blades apart, squeeze them back together. And reach and squeeze. Relax your arms down, rotate them in the socket. 2 more. 1 more. Face the inside of your arms into your body, just your shoulders round forward, squeeze back. 2 more. And 1 more. And then wide across your collarbone and trace a circle with your nose. And reverse that. Put your nose into the center of the circle, nod up and down with your chin. 3, 2, 1. Chin stays lifted, slide straight in and out. 2 more. 1 more. Draw in, inhale, center. Exhale, cross. Center and turn. And turn. And then bring that back center, ear to your shoulder. Come back up. Other side. And reach. Back up center, ear to your shoulder, little quarter circle brings your chin towards your chest, so you're looking down at your ball or at your knees. Inhale here, allow your head to drop heavier, lift straight back up, and do the same thing on the other side. Good, lift straight back up. Shoulders, bring them up, melt them slowly down, shrug up, melt down, 1 more, and melt all the way down, and we're ready to come down and start the abdominals. So, for the abdominals on the ball, if you have the little ball that I mentioned at the beginning of the class, if you don't, you don't have to have it. You really don't need this if you don't have to happen to have something handy. But if you've got even like a rolled up towel or even a cushion from the sofa, just something to keep you aware of keeping your knees parallel is helpful. But as I said, if you don't have one, that's fine. Now I'm going to show you this from the side because I think you get a better view of it. So, can you still see me? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to place that ball at your knees. You're going to walk your feet forward. One thing that's important with this is if you have socks on and you're on a wooden floor, obviously to either take your socks off or put a sticky mat or something underneath your feet because they'll slip otherwise. If you're on a carpet like me, it's fine, and I'm also in my bare feet. You should have no problems. Walk yourself forward. Another thing that can be helpful, and I'm too far away from the wall, but if you're a little bit unstable with these, if you haven't done them before, you can bring yourself up closer to the wall and have your toes against the skirting board, and it just gives you that little bit of extra feeling of security if you feel a little bit unstable on the ball. What else can I tell you about it? One thing I find is if I have my ankles directly underneath my knees, I feel a little bit more secure. And also activate your glutes, activate your bottom muscles, your gluteal muscles, your buttocks. If they're activated, you just have that little bit more security on the ball as well. And another thing that's quite important with these is that we fold under the ribs as opposed to folding up here into your hips. So you see where the hips are folded. I don't want the hips to fold. I want you to fold under here so that it's almost all abdominals that we're working. So interlock your fingers, hands behind your head. Elbows are going to open out wide enough that you barely see them out of the corner of your eye. Take an inhale, looking up at the ceiling. Exhale, fold under the ribs to come up. So see, I'm only coming up, my shoulder blades are up off the ball. I'm folding here, my lower back is pushing into the ball. Inhale here and exhale lower. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, bring it up. Inhale at the top, exhale lower. Head position, you're not moving your neck as such. So it's like you have a little apple or an orange or a tangerine or whatever under your chin, between your chin and your chest. And it would stay there. Because you can see when I bring my head back, I'm not letting my head drop back. Okay, so there's that connection is there. So you want to keep tension out of that as well. You want to keep your shoulders away from your ears. I find myself, If I interlock my fingers in through my hair and I pull the hair a little bit, it means that I keep the back of my neck, it's like the fascia underneath the skin of my neck is staying lengthened and straight. And I find absolutely no issue with the neck and the shoulders then. Inhale here at the bottom, curl it up, inhale at the top, and exhale lower. Inhale at the bottom, squeeze it up, inhale at the top, and exhale lower. 4 more of them. Inhale at the top, exhale lower. 3 more. Inhale at the top, exhale lower. 2 more, inhale at the bottom. Fold under the ribs, squeeze your navel to your spine, and lower. And 1 more, inhale at the bottom, squeeze it up, inhale at the top, exhale lower. Bring it back up to the top of the movement. Reach your fingertips forward and reach, like I'm trying to touch the radiator here in front of me. So I'm squeezing my abdominals, I'm folding under my ribs. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hands back into position. Interlock your fingers in through your hair if you can. Lower yourself back. Inhale here. Exhale up. So it's the same movement, but we've just speeded it up a little bit. We're exhaling as we lift, inhale as we lower. Exhale up, inhale lower. Keep the buttocks working, so you keep your pelvis lifted slightly. It's like you're supporting your pelvis from the back, from the buttocks, from the glutes. Exhale up, inhale lower. 4 more. 3 more. Now if you're folding under your ribs like I described, you should start to feel a little bit of a burn in the abdominals at this stage. If you're coming up into here, you won't feel it as much because you're coming up into almost like a V shape. So you'll feel it a little bit more in your hip flexors probably. So be careful of that one. It's amazing, you can be doing a lot of these and not feel the abdominals, but if you're doing them right, at this stage the abs should be feeling it, should be burning. We'll try 1 more, I forgot. I go lose count sometimes when I start gabbing. Lift and down, and then bring it back up again and pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back into position again. Interlock your hands between your through your hair. Elbows out wide, so the elbows aren't forward here, guys. Keep them back. Inhale to come up this time. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. 4 more. Lift and down. 3 more. And down. 2 more. And lower. And 1 more. Bring it back up and pulse. Squeeze. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take a stretch. So bring your feet forward a little bit. Rest your head onto the ball. Drop your bottom down so you can let your glutes relax when you're stretching. Open out your arms. Now find your spot. Because if you have tightness in the back of your neck, you could be here and going, oh no, I'm not comfortable, my neck feels really uncomfortable. Then find where it is comfortable. Get it where your head and your neck feel okay, relaxed. Open out the arms. Sometimes you're almost sitting on the floor, that's fine. You might be back here, wherever you feel you can let go a little bit. Lovely stretch for across your chest and across your shoulders. Let your lower back relax, and of course your abdominals are stretching. Good, and of course you don't have to stay still, you can move a little bit. And excellent. Okay, bringing yourself back into position. Walk your feet back, activate the glutes again. Hands into position, interlock your fingers through your hair. Elbows out wide. We're going for 2 and 2s this time. So you'll see what I mean when we're doing it. Elbows open out, take an inhale here. Bring it up 1 step, 2 steps. Inhale at the top, and back. And back. Inhale at the bottom and lift, squeeze, inhale at the top and back and back. Inhale at the bottom and lift. 2, inhale at the top and back 2. Inhale at the bottom and lift. Squeeze, inhale at the top and back and back. 4 more sets. Inhale at the bottom. Lift, squeeze, inhale at the top, back and back. 3 more sets. Back and back. 2 more. Lift, squeeze, inhale at the top, back and back. And 1 more, inhale at the bottom. Lift and squeeze, inhale at the top, back and back. Bring it back up to the top, reach your arms forward and pulse it. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back into position. We're going to speed that one up. Elbows out wide, inhale here. Lift 2, inhale back 2. Exhale, lift 2, inhale back 2. And lift, lift, back and back. Back and back. 4 more sets. Lift, lift, back and back. 3 more. Lift, 2, back and back. Lift, squeeze, back and back. And 1 more. Lift, lift, back and back. Bring it back up. Pulse it again for 8. Reach with your fingertips folding under your ribs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready to stretch again. Walk your feet forward if you need to. Rest your head back. This time, instead of having the arms out here, if you're comfortable to do it, reach your arms back towards the wall behind you. Ah, such a nice stretch. Now, this is a nice stretch for me, but if it's not nice for you, go back to this one. This is a really good time to start listening to our bodies a little bit when we move. Some of us have very little else to distract us. So when you're either exercising with me and the lunchtime classes, or if you're doing stuff at home, listen to how your body is reacting to the movement. You know, we can get so distracted. But if you're actually aware of how your body feels, so kind of make contact with different parts. How does my neck feel right now? My neck feels okay. You know, it normally feels tight, so it feels okay in this position, which is great. Where am I feeling this the most? Probably on this side a little bit more. I mean, I'm feeling it quite a bit in my abdominals naturally enough, they're stretching. But where I'm feeling, where my attention is being taken to the most is over on this side, which I know is tight. And anytime I get any sort of tension or stress, it tends to go into that side of my neck. So yeah, that's where I'm feeling it the most, and I want to try and relax out of that a little bit and let it go. Okay, coming back into position again, guys, and this time I am going to get down on the Bosu. So you can stay on your ball if you only have a ball. If you have a Bosu, grab it over. Now the thing I like about this piece of equipment is you'll find, I'm not really sure why, but when we do the exact same abdominal exercise on it as we do on the ball, it feels more difficult, it feels more challenging. I'm afraid I don't know the reason why. Maybe some of you guys do, and you tell me. Okay, ball up the knees again, same sort of positioning. Probably, actually, now that I think about it, there isn't as much surface contact, so maybe I've got to work a little bit more even when I'm resting. So that could be the reason why. But if you have one of these, grab it now. And same positioning, lumbar spine supported. We're going to fold under the ribs. This time we're doing 3 in 1s. So elbows out wide, take an inhale. Bring it up for 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. Inhale at the bottom. Lift it up for 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. And lift 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. We've got 3 more to go. Inhale at the bottom, elbows out wide. 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. And lift 3, 2, 1. Squeeze back. 1 more like that. 3, 2, 1. squeeze it back. Bring it back up, pulse it for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back into their position, elbows wide. This time we're swapping that around. We're going to inhale, bring it up in one step, slowly back for 3, 2, 1. Notice how I'm really squeezing on the ball. In between my knees. Inhale here, bring it up. Inhale at the top, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Bring it back. 3, 2, 1. 3 more of them. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. 1 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and pulse it. Little squeezes. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Stretch it out with the Bosu. If you're on a Bosu, if you're on the ball, just walk yourself like we have been doing. If you're on the Bosu, sit your bottom down onto the mat. And we're going to rest your head back either on the ball or on the Bosu. And then you're just going to reach your arms up and back, sweep them round. Big deep breath in and sweep around, open up into the chest and shoulders. Listen to your body with this one. If you have any tightness or an old shoulder injury and you feel restricted with the size of these circles, just make them smaller, modify them. 1 more. And reach up and around and reverse those circles out to the side and up and over. And up and over. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then open the arms out to the side and breathe into it. Good. Okay, back over your ball, back over your Bosu, whatever you're on. We're going to do a little pulses 1 to 10. So same position, lumbar spine supported. Lift up with your pelvis, squeeze the glutes. Hands back into position. Are you still with me? The abdominals are starting to get a little bit sore now, or they should be if you're doing it right. If you've any questions, if you are not sure, if you're not feeling your abdominals at this stage, if they don't feel like they're burning, and you want me to check your alignment, want me to check and see if you're doing it okay, just get somebody to record you on your phone, send it over. I'll delete it after I've corrected it, and I'll help you in any way I can, or if you've any questions. Okay, let's get into this. Hands back into position, elbows out wide, lumbar spine supported. Activate your glutes. Inhale here, exhale, bring it up to the top, little pulse for 1. Inhale at the top and squeeze it back. Inhale at the bottom, lift it up and pulse for 2. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. Inhale at the bottom, little pulse for 3. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. Inhale at the bottom, lift it up and pulse it for 4, 2, and 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. Lift up and pulse it for 5, 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze it back. Lift up and pulse it for 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top, squeeze back. Inhale at the bottom, lift up and pulse it for 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top. Ooh, squeeze it back. Inhale at the bottom. Lift up and pulse this time for 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Ooh, 2 more sets to go. Lift up and pulse this time for 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze back. 1 more set to do. Inhale here. Lift up and pulse for 10, 9. Fold in under your ribs. Push your lower back into the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, relax it. Good, stretch it. Reach over the ball, down into what, if you're on the ball with this one, you can go into almost like a little semi-squat position. Let the other ball go, or the cushion go, open out your knees and keep your heels on the floor. You get a lovely stretch into your Achilles, into your calf muscles with that one as well. Good, and then if you're on the ball, not so much on the Bosu, reach all the way over the ball and stretch out your legs. Let me see if I can do something similar on this. So you're opening up into your hip flexors. Yeah, it works on this. And breathe. Relax your neck and shoulders. Extending your spine, so important to do for us. For any of us that are at home all the time these days and not used to it, I mean, I don't think, I probably sat maybe 2, twice, 3 times in the whole day in my normal days when I'm at work in the studio. Very rarely sat down, and now I seem to be sitting all the time. So this feeling of opening out the hip flexors, opening out the body just feels so lovely. It's like my body's craving it so much. Deep breath. Good. And then come back into position. If you're on the ball, slide yourself back into position, same with the Bosu. We're going to do some crisscrosses. So the crisscross is a classical mat exercise. This one isn't quite the same. We could make it a little bit more like that, and I'm going to experiment a little bit more with, just got loads of time, with some other types of movement to do on the Swiss ball. So I am, for the lunchtime classes, I'm going to try and include a lot more Swiss ball work. I think most people have a Swiss ball at home. And you can certainly get one online, no problem. And they're relatively really inexpensive. Probably about 10, 15, maybe 20 euro for one. But sometimes you can get them as a deal with other things. So into position with this. Lumbar spine supported, interlock your fingers, hands behind your head, elbows open out wide. Release it back. So we're going to take an inhale here. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale here in the center and exhale, rotate. Inhale back to the middle, squeeze the ball at your knees as you rotate. Inhale center and release it back. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, bring it up. Inhale center, exhale cross. Center, cross, center, release it back. Bring it up. Hold an inhale. Exhale, rotate, squeeze, tightening your waist. Make your waist smaller. Center and cross. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, center, cross, center, cross, and bring it back. 4 more sets of these. And down. Cross, center, cross, center, and down. 2 more sets. Center, cross, center, and back. Last slow one. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale first. Exhale, cross, and turn, and release it. Bring it back up and pulse it for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then a faster version of your crisscrosses. So interlock your fingers, take a deep breath in. Heel it up, and you're staying up here. So you're folding under your ribs, you're squeezing the balls, squeezing your belly button. Inhale here, exhale, turn. Inhale, exhale. Cross, cross. 4 more sets. 3 more. 2. Last one. Oh, and relax it. Good. Stretch it back. Okay, if you're on the ball, I'm going to jump onto the ball. Also doesn't stretch as nice as the ball does. Okay, guys. Actually, I'll face you. So stretching Head back, arms out wide. And let's go back to the circles. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, back towards the wall behind, sweep around. 2 more. Big deep breath. 1 more. Think of your favorite smell. Breathe it in. Reverse it. 2 more. 1 more. And then open the arms out and stretch. Now walk it all the way back. Open up into the hip flexors again. Open up into your abdominals. Stretch your whole body. Good. And really slowly come out of that. If you need to lift your head up off the ball, do. So don't be careful with your neck. Lift your head up if you need to. Walk yourself back into seated position on your ball. Sit up tall. Give the arms a little shake out. Good. Shake out with your hands. Up along your forearms. Up over your elbows. A couple of pelvic tilts. Curl under, press back. Side to side. And circles. And reverse them. Come back center, ready to stretch your spine. We're going to bring your feet out a little bit wider for this one. So feet out wide, bit of external rotation going on with the toes and the knees. Lift up tall out of your waist with a big deep breath in. Drop your chin towards your chest, scoop in your abdominals, reach out, lengthen out from your pelvis as you're rounding forward. Fingertips hit the floor. Hands hit the floor if you can. If not, you're up here. But hands make connection with something. Take a big deep breath in. Relax your head, relax your neck, let it go. Shake it out if you need to. And then breathe wide, right across here into the back and the sides of your ribcage. Tighten your navel to your spine, squeeze in your abdominals, tighten your waist, push the floor away. 1 more of them, big deep breath wide. Scoop as you press. Relax your head and neck, shake, 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 shake. Hands come up onto your thighs, up onto your quads. Take a big deep breath in and press away through your arms. Unfurl your spine, your chin is at your chest right to the very end. Relax it, rotate it. Brilliant. Good, and you're all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your abdominals feel a little bit sore tomorrow. If you've any questions, I know I say this every time, but if you've any questions, I'm only delighted to answer them. Send me any messages. Send me any requests that you have for any sort of movement that you want me to go through in the classes. And I hope I see you all again tomorrow. Have a lovely day.